All right, guys, you've been telling me this for some time, and it has finally happened. My homeschooler's weird, and she doesn't fit in. Hello, everyone. My name is Melody. I am the mom of 4 in our blended family of 6. I have been homeschooling for going on 10 years now, and I have an 11-year-old, a 13-year-old, a 16-year-old, and a 19-year-old who has graduated. Today, I want to talk about how my homeschoolers aren't really fitting in. And more importantly, how I'm excited about that. If you are new here, please take a second to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and follow along as we talk all things homeschool curricula, homeschool life, all that kind of stuff. So people have been telling me since my children were little about how homeschooling is going to ruin them. They are going to be weird. Nobody will like them. They won't know how to socialize. And of course, over the years, I have seen time and time again how wrong these people are. However, that being said, we have finally gotten to this space where my oldest homeschooler, who is now 13, going into the 10th grade, has been coming to me expressing ways in which she doesn't really fit in with her peer group. And let's talk about why that has reinforced our choice to homeschool and why I love hearing that from her. Number one, the fact that she's coming to me and having this conversation with me and that we're having open dialogue about the things happening in her life. I know for a lot of her peers, that's weird. Some kids do talk to their parents, a lot of them don't. It's cliche and stereotypical for a reason to say teens don't talk to their parents, but I found that doesn't have to be true at all. My homeschoolers talk to me about the things that are going on in their life, and that's a little weird compared to their peers, and I'm grateful for that. Number two, the way in which she doesn't fit in the most is this. She gets in the car the other day and is talking to me after an athletic practice and is telling me about her team and how all the girls on her team, which are ranging in age 13, 14 years old, some maybe even 15, maybe not, I'm not sure. All they want to talk about is boys. This ranges from the fairly innocent statements about boys are cute to the not innocent and inappropriate comments being made and discussions being had among these children. Now, my homeschooler's not surprised by any of these because we don't live under a rock, and I have taken a proactive approach in the education of relationships and personal health and sex education and all of those things. But when she hears these girls having these conversations, her first reaction is, why is it that all you want to talk about is boys? Like, there are a million things to talk about in the world. Why can't we talk about something more interesting? And I say, fantastic. The need to sexualize our children and act like it is normal for them to boyfriend, girlfriend, and have you kissed, or have you had sex, or are you in a relationship? That is a social thing. That is something that is created by the people that we surround ourselves with. And I know for a fact, having been a teacher in our public school system, having worked in our junior high, elementary school, and high school, that it is kind of an expectation at the junior high level that those are normal conversations. And I reject that entirely. When children are not surrounded by and exposed to that on a daily basis, it's not normal to them. Those conversations are not normal for my kids and for their peers that are homeschooled. They are not normal conversations. And to them, when they hear them, they just look at it and they're like, that's really not appropriate. What a mature response. I am so happy that is where we're at. Now, I know at some point that my girls will probably be interested in that stuff. That is normal at some point, but they don't have to be pushed towards that before they're ready. They don't have to be surrounded by that. It doesn't have to be normalized for them early. And again, I'm super grateful for that. So anybody who wants to say, oh, well, your homeschool kid doesn't fit in, I say, no, they do not. And thank goodness. Number 3, my kids love to read, they love to write, they love to learn new things. Now, I'll be honest, they don't always want to learn the exact things I'm trying to teach them. They're not little drones. They don't always do exactly what I've laid out that I think is a good idea, but they are actively seeking out new things to learn all of the time. Now, their peers are, well, I'm out of school. Why would I try and learn things? I just want to go play and do fun things, which they think, why is learning and play and fun things separate? To them, those things can happen together, and therefore they have this idea that learning is just a part of life and is what we do. I don't know if they would verbalize it like that, but that is the observation I have of their behavior, and I'm grateful for that. It's weird, and I think that's fantastic. That's all I have for you guys. 1, 2, 3 reasons why my kids don't really fit in with their peers and are weird. And I say, wonderful. Let's keep that ball rolling. Do they have friends? Yes, they do. Do they have peers that go to public school that they get along with and hang out with and have a good time with? Yes, they do. Do they have the social skills to connect with other people of all ages and stages? Yes, they do. My 13-year-old, super introverted, doesn't want to have a million friends, and that is okay. That's a personality type that doesn't have anything to do with homeschooling. My 11-year-old will make friends with anyone, anytime, anywhere. She loves being surrounded by people. That's what she wants to do. That is okay too. My older kiddos who have been put through public school, they range in their abilities to socialize and have emotional maturity. That is okay. But I've been able to see where the public school students are at emotionally, socially, and where homeschool students are at emotionally, socially. And 9 times out of 10, this experience of homeschooling has really set these kids up for success in both of those areas. So if you are worried about your child being weird or not fitting in, then I say celebrate that. It is okay. The world that we live in right now is a crazy, crazy place. And it's okay if they don't fit in with every little thing. Some of those things are not healthy or safe or good. Hopefully that was short, sweet, to the point. And if you have a comment about that, drop it in the box below. I'd like to hear about your weird, unsocialized homeschoolers and how do they not fit in the world, and how has that worked to their advantage? Or is there something that you're struggling with and you're looking for a solution because they need to have more of those skills? How can we meet them where they're at and help them continue to grow and develop and to be celebrated for who they are individually without pressuring them to fit in with this world that is often a shit show? Well, that's my rant for the day, and I will catch you next time.